Welcome back to my channel. Today I am talking about recognizing the traits of a narcissist. My inbox is full mainly because of the videos that I have on YouTube talking about my experience with narcissism. I am a narcissist survivor. I survived the emotional abusive traits of narcissism, a relationship with a narcissist, shall I say. I have survived it and I came out and I was able to thrive. And so my goal with those videos, and I started with those type of videos, was to get on and help other women navigate through their experiences with a narcissist. But for mental health awareness, I've been doing my emotional abuse series, and I did not want to end my series, even though that particular series I finished. This one, I wanted to be able to support people who have dwellings with a narcissist, whether they are in a marriage, whether it's your parents, whether it's a coworker or your boss, or even in the ministry. There are narcissists in the church. And so a lot of people get pulled in by the narcissist, and once the narcissists reveal themselves, they are, like I said, feel like they are on an emotional roller coaster. They are really hurt. They don't know which way to go. They want to walk away, but because they're so pulled in by this narcissist, they're totally confused. And so a lot of times they just don't know what they're dealing with. And that's why I want to talk about the emotional traits of a narcissist. What I want to tell you today is, if you got yourself in a relationship with a narcissist, don't beat yourself up, because like a lot of other people, narcissists in the beginning are viewed as kind of heroic. Okay, you feel like God has sent you an angel. I say this all the time. I don't change it because this is my view of it. Like, God sent me an angel, and then once the narcissist show up, you can't tell me he was sent by the devil himself. Okay, so once they begin to show their true selves, they begin to come to light and reveal who they really are, you totally feel different, and you feel like you have been totally deceived and manipulated, and you have. And you have. Narcissists are usually the most charming person you meet. They're the most charming person at church. They're the most charming person at work. They're the most charming person. People love the narcissist. So it's not hard to understand how a narcissist got into your heart. Okay. They make their ways into our lives. It's just what they do. They become our husbands. They become our wives. You know what I'm saying? And so we some people get married before the narcissist really begins to show themselves, or they recognize it, because the narcissist starts showing their hand. But if you don't know that you're dealing with a narcissist, you're confused as to what's really going on. Okay. And eventually the flip side of their personality comes to light. So now what you once believed was this confident, amazing, loving individual, you see as cocky, arrogant, and selfish. And you know what I'm trying to say? But we're going to talk about that in recognizing the traits of a narcissist. One of the first thing I want to tell you about a narcissist, they are emotionally detached. They steer clear of having feelings about anything. One, because narcissists themselves are emotionally wounded. Their wounds go very deep. Their perceptions of the things that happen to them is a little distorted, and they're just wounded, and they can't give you what they don't have. They can't give you love because they very seldom love themselves. Even though they're very selfish and self-absorbed, we're going to talk about, they don't love themselves. They can't give you what they don't have. So they're emotionally detached. Okay, they usually have a lot of bad habits. Even though they look like they have it all together, they have this facade, but they have a lot of bad habits, and it's hard for them to let go of their bad habits because they self-soothe, they self-medicate. They self-medicate because they're really fragile individuals. They're very fragile individuals, even though they look hard and they got you all, you know, wrapped up into them. They're really super, super, super fragile. Okay. They're self absorbed. Everything is about the narcissist. Everything is about them. When they were love bombing you, we'll talk about love bombing. We'll talk about all these words I'm using here in another video. But they were love bombing you in the beginning, giving you all of this stuff, drawing you into them. What they were really doing was, and showing up when you least expected, showing up to lunch with your friends. Be like, I just came to give both of you guys roses today. They want to know everything about you. So when they pull you in all the way to them, they got you totally addicted and craving them. So they're self absorbed. I want you to know, because when I say this, I have a lot of women tell me, no, they're not really selfish. Yes, everything they do is selfish. It's all about them all the time. They are entitled. Okay? The narcissists don't care about your boundaries. And for some of you people who don't have boundaries and you just made a narcissist's life easy to come in and leave when they feel like it. But the ones that do, they don't respect your boundaries. And if you let them, they will break your boundaries. They'll overstep their boundaries in your life. They make the rules, they break the rules. That's how narcissists are. They're very demanding. Whatever they want, they will find a way to get it. They put demands on you to be exactly what they want you to be. And that's just how they are. They're demeaning. They're emotional bullies. They're emotional bullies. They put you down. They criticize you. They make you feel shamed. And this is the thing. I want to tell you something. An emotion narcissist, because some of you guys may be listening to this and you're at the very beginning of realizing that something's different about what I'm dealing with, but he doesn't really put me down. Yes, he does. Yes, they do. If he's a narcissist or she's a narcissist, that's exactly what they're doing. When they say, babe, you look so good, you're so beautiful, you look like you're gaining a little weight in that though, they start stuff like that. They start saying little things to make you second guess yourself. Now, you're the same weight you was when they met you. You may have even lost a few pounds. Oh, but to the narcissist. The narcissist will make you, they find small ways, and the more you try to fix it, the worse they get. Okay? The worse they get, more demeaning. They'll just get worse at it. Okay? They're perfectionists. They have these rigidly high standards. Is his way or no way. And this is the thing. They have these high expectations, ridiculous high expectations that they put out there for you that they're not even going to step up to most of the time. They do this. They do this because, and this is a way of abusing. This is emotional abuse. Okay. They believe they're superior to you and other folks. They're snobbish. Okay. They get bored real easily. So if you found your narcissist put you on a silent treatment and he went out to get new supply, because that's what they're doing usually. So they put you on this silent treatment and to pull you even further into them, to make you more emotionally dependent on them, or for them to see how emotionally you are dependent on them and to toil with you because they don't want to see you happy. That's not their goal. So anyway, we'll talk about that later. They are superior. That's their thing. They're snobbish. They're better than everybody. So they like to act like, okay, they are attention seeking. They seek approval. They crave constant approval. Let me tell you something. Your narcissist could care less about your certificates that you got and how many times you graduated. They just want you to give them praise over every little thing they do. Why do you think they love bomb you in the beginning? Oh, babe, thank you so much. Oh, I never would have thought. Nobody has ever. You are the most amazing person. So why do they get bored easy? They get bored real quickly because they do have to show up. The real them do have to show up Okay? And that praise starts going out the window like, dude, you something wrong with you. And so you're not giving them as much praise in the beginning. And then they pull away, and then you learn, when you begin to learn your narcissist, a lot of people make the mistake. They'll start praising them for stuff they don't even deserve because you start catching on that they need the praise. They need the praise to be around you, but they won't halfway praise you for nothing. Narcissist, okay? Um, they are unempathetic. They don't care how many times you cry because they did something wrong. You could be standing in front, crying in front of a narcissist, and he look at you like you crazy, or say, "Well, you shouldn't have did that. You know how I am." They'll put you on a silent treatment. You texting them and begging them and crying and sending texts and videos and writing all these letters that they could care less about. They're laughing at because they like to see you like that. Narcissists can't stand to see how they don't understand happiness. And they really don't want to see you happy. And I don't care how much they did for you in the beginning. They don't want to see you happy. They just don't know how. It's deep for them. This is an emotional, wounded individual that you cannot help. So Miss Fix It, if you're listening to this, Miss Hero, Shiro, this ain't the one for you. You can't fix this one. Listen, narcissists have a therapist, or a narcissist or therapist most challenging. Okay? Clients. There's some challenging clients, coaches. It's hard. You have to be, so people who are experts at dealing with people's psychological issues, behaviors. If they're having issues and they can barely help them, you really can't at the end of the day, because 9 times out of 10 narcissist has found all your weaknesses, and he taps in on them so much that you can't be you. He doesn't give you time enough. You cannot help them. But they will make you think that you're helping them. They will make you think with all the sob stories they bring to the table to keep you sitting there when they act a fool, so you can say, maybe I said this, and he said that his mother was super hard on him, and maybe I was just too hard. No, he brought you every one of them stories so that you can sympathize when he acts a fool. I'm telling you, it's all about them all of the time. And the last thing, number 13, I want to give you is they are unremorseful. Again, they won't offer, and then they won't offer a genuine apology. It ain't never genuine. Like, babe, I'm sorry, but you shouldn't have did it. They're never sorry. They know what they did when they did it. They know what they did, and they've learned you so much by pulling you into them and studying you like crazy. They know what to say, when to say, and how to say it. They know how vulnerable you are. They know how much you too crave attention and need their attention. And that's why they pull away. They're proving to you that you need them. They're proving to you that you need them. And so what I want you to understand today, before I in this particular podcast, is that if you think you found yourself in a relationship with a narcissist, I am going to finish this series with some definitions when it comes to a narcissist. So we will talk about those so you can get a better understanding. We're going to dive a little deeper into this subject for those of you who follow me, so that you can get a full understanding of what you're dealing with and how to walk away from it if you're ready to walk away. Today, if you heard that you're dealing with a narcissist, you heard all these traits and you're like, oh my God, Lord, I had him up and got myself in a relationship with this person. I don't know what I'm going to do. If I walked away from it, you can walk away from it. It is a process. You do have to deal with your emotional attachment to your narcissist. I have a book which I will link to the bottom of this podcast. Help, I Think I'm in Love with a Narcissist. And it helps you to learn how to emotionally detach from your narcissist. Also, I have a book, Woman Up, Nice Girls Finish Last. It will help you learn how to set boundaries in your relationships if you don't have boundaries, or make people respect your boundaries. The nice girl never wins. The word nice ain't even in the Bible. It's just not. Nice people can be just as deceptive. because they're so busy trying to please everybody. They put their own dreams on hold to make everybody else's life better. And here you sitting miserable. Woman Up Nice Girls Finish Last. That will be at the bottom of the link. And my last book, because you're going to need all of them. Trust me when I tell you. I Healed on Purpose. I Healed on Purpose helps you deal with your childhood wounds, with your past wounds that was developed, whether it's the wound of rejection, abandonment, shame, or humiliation, injustice, betrayal, whatever you went through, you will identify, oh my God, this is me. And then you will identify the negative thought patterns that were developed based on the perceptions that you had as a child, the fear filters, and the limiting belief systems that was developed during those years as these wombs were being nurtured. Then I give you information and the tools to eradicate that old belief system and start adding truth to your life so that your vision of who God created you to be becomes clear. Because as I say in all of my videos, when you know who you are, when you have a clear vision of your vision will then your vision will then set your lifestyle. It'll help you create the lifestyle you want. You will set those boundaries. You will protect your vision. You will protect your dream. And then anybody who doesn't belong in your life, you'll repel them. Why? Because I have now the confidence to become the person God created me to be. And you will find too, I don't care how educated you are, how much money you got, none of it. We all have some internal emotional issues that we may have to deal with. And if you haven't dealt with them, you have them. I don't care if you do think you had a perfect life, there's something there. Because if you tolerated a narcissist for any period of time, and you knew something wasn't right and you would tolerate and you tolerated, there was something that caused you to tolerate it, and we're going to get to the bottom of it so that you can move forward. And if you think you need some emotional assistance or emotional support as you are navigating during this time of letting go of your narcissist partner, then reach out to me and I'll be more than happy to support you at www.athenathecoach.com, or email me if you have any questions about this video at athenathecoach@gmail.com. I will be more than happy to help you. Again, thanks for listening and you have a wonderful day.